Recently they presented a new trailer just 5 days before the big premiere of the second season. Usually the trailers are short, like 30 seconds or less, but this recent trailer was almost 3 minutes long and gave us a lot of information. The images that you are going to see soon, I assure you, will surprise you. That's why today I'm going to talk to you. Explanation of the recent trailer of Alchemy of Souls Season 2. But first, remember to subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell to be among the first to see our content. We see in the first images how Jang Wook is sorry to be alive and sees his survival as a great sin. Then we see the shadows or souls surrounding him, but this time they are much more visible. Go-won asks Jang Wook, "Why did you bother to pierce my body?" So we see that they have had a confrontation. We see again Master Lee giving advice to Go-won on how to handle Jang Wook. Something very interesting is that we see Yul says the following, "He said I was the first one to leave with you. Just like when I ran away when the rainy season was really hard, I was far away." So we see that Jang Wook moved away from Yul and Dangu and now they are not close. Apparently Jang Wook is claiming to him that when the situation with Mudok happened he left and wasn't with him, and then he remembered that he did the same thing when he was with Naksu when they were younger. Yul seems to be realizing some things he did wrong. We see how Jang Wook is complaining to Go-won because apparently Jin-moo is hiding and doesn't want to see him. Go-won tells Jin-moo that Jang Wook is looking for him, and it seems that Jin-moo has a malevolent plan for him. We can notice that there are new soul shifters, but this time they look more powerful and even jump in a way that they look like they are flying. When Dangu is after this soul shifter, he apparently also flies while chasing it. Something I found mind-blowing in the trailer was that Jang Wook is asking Park Jin something regarding the Solran priestess, and he says something like, if the energy is inside him, can he get it out? Then Park Jin tells him that it's difficult, but then he might die. This makes me think that Jang Wook found out something about Naksu and is asking for counseling, because he knows he has to take out the ice stone to free Naksu's soul. In other videos he had explained that Jang Wook could save Naksu by the ice stone, but that means sacrificing his life. But the detail that was shocking is that Jang Wook mentioned the priestess Solran. Could it be that he is referring to Buyeon or really Solran? Then we see Jang Wook and Naksu talking, and apparently she looks like she still doesn't remember anything, but he tries to free her from something. Apparently Jang Wook recognizes that inside that body with no memory dwells the love of his life. Maid Kim talks to Jang Wook and lets him know how obsessed he is with Jade and the damage he is doing to himself. Let's remember that she loves him like a son and is suffering a lot seeing him like this. We then see Park Jin tell Jang Wook that he is bringing the world into chaos, but he replies that he doesn't care. Now this part left me very shocked. Jin-moo has a small jar and says he has to summon the water to fall again, and then the images of Naksu come out as disturbed. Jin-moo says he has to shake Jang Wook. With this we know that Jin-moo will use Naksu to make Jang Wook suffer again. We can also assume that Jin-moo may be controlling Naksu's mind at times. But what is very strange is that he talks about summoning water to fall again. This reminds me of a kind of ritual that happened in the past with Solran. Then Jin-moo says to Go-won, when a new world opens up, each one will be of great strength to me. But as he says that, the images of Solran's ritual appear. So this is very confusing. Could it be that Jin-moo has something that can cause it to rain like when it rained in Solran's time and thus obtain another ice stone? Or could it be that actually in Naksu's body is Solran and not Naksu or Buyeon? Is it true the theory that when Buyeon died in her mother's womb, she resurrected and reincarnated in the spirit of Solran? I know that is something we will soon find out. We also see how they see each other and don't recognize each other. But this may be because of some kind of spell that Hoyeon herself has cast. We also see how this second season will have a lot of fights and action. Another scene that made us almost infarcted was the scene where Yul and Naksu are close but don't see each other. This scene makes us think that they should also be together like they were when they were young. Then Yul tells Naksu that he has something to deal with. And he says it's mine this time. This makes us think that as Yul sees Naksu again and now in her original body, he's going to fight for her. And this time he's not going to let Jang Wook get in the way. As we could see, it seems that Jang Wook and Yul are not that close, so in this season they can fight hard for Naksu's love. At the end, Jang Wook says, "You take the ice stone inside me," and it looks like he has a lamp in his hands, which might be the ice stone or something very powerful. So it is almost confirmed according to this preview and the previous ones that Jang Wook will have to take out the ice stone to save Naksu. Now what is likely is that if he does that, he may die, since we must remember that he is alive only because of the ice stone. But the question is, if he gives it to Naksu, will she be able to handle it? Will it be something that in the future will do her good? Because we all know that the power of the ice stone is very strong. But I think from all this new trailer there is something that left us all confused, or maybe it is the confirmation of some theory that has been presented in this channel. Now there is the doubt, who is really the soul inside Naksu's body? Is it Buyeon or Solran? Is it true the theory that when Buyeon was resurrected in her mother's womb it was because Solran was incarnated in her? If so, this would give a big twist to the story, however I wouldn't be surprised. Perhaps this would explain why Buyeon was constantly referred to as a priestess, and with this Buyeon's behavior would make a lot of sense. But we still have to wait to find out the whole truth. What did you think of this new trailer? Leave your comment here and write all your theories so we can read them.